I want to introduce myself because I didn't before, because I was just so excited my mic was on. My name is Joe Bardeen, and this is David Kekich.
Okay, I want to start this program off, and thank you for coming, everybody. Welcome to the Rad Fest. And I want to start this off with a definition. What is dying? Well, as far as we know, it's simply ceasing to exist. No memories, no future, and so far at least, anything after death is unknowable. So I can't really see very well. I can see you now. Who all out there does not have an interest in dying?
No interest.
All right. Well, every time the Earth circles the sun, we inch just a little bit closer. And there's good news, though, because every single year we have more progress in aging research than the year before. So the race is definitely on to cure aging. And it's a very, very positive aspect, as you'll find out during this conference. Now, you're not just attending a conference here. You're taking part in something very, very big. This is the beginning of something very huge. You're joining a growing community. You've actually joined a very rabid and enthusiastic and loyal family. So I want you all to get to know one another as much as possible before this conference is over. And we want you to keep in touch with people after the conference, if that's possible. It's really interesting that when people come to these kind of conferences, they learn a lot, they go away, they go home, and they get on with lives, and they forget about everything else that happened. This is something that goes well beyond what most of the conferences that you've ever attended go. Now, does anybody know what an energy suck is? It's that subconscious sound you hear. It's a sucking sound when a negative person walks into the room. And they just suck and drain the life right out of you. And you know the type. And unfortunately, it's usually friends and family. It's right, isn't it? Now, they usually mean well, but they can kill you with their negativity. Now, when fishermen use crabs as bait, they usually put them in an open pail, an open bucket, and invariably, one or more of those crabs will try to climb out to freedom and escape its fate. But every single time, the other crabs drag it back to share their fate. And that is why we are here, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to support one another. We're here to push each other out of that bucket that we call death. Now, the energy that you get here, you're going to get a lot of positive energy. We heard it with the dance troupe and the music, and you're going to hear it from the presenters. We want you to take this energy home with you and share it with your friends and family. And if they resist, at least consider cutting some of them out of your life completely. And if nothing else, reduce the time you spend with them and replace that time with the kind of people you're meeting here. there's no doubt that you are who you hang out with. And your life actually depends on it. We're here not just to, actually we're here to extend the brilliance of life. We're just not interested in ego-driven survival. There's a lot more to life than that. A lot of people say, well, gee, I wouldn't want to live for a long time. Well, you know what? Their life probably sucks. And I think everybody here has something to live, to work toward. And it's really important that you consider not ever leaving a legacy. We want you to live your legacy. Thank you. Everybody's life should have a purpose, and question what your purpose is and make sure life is worth living. Because we're here to reverse the human aging process, to extend that living process. We're not here just to, like I said, for ego-driven survival. So the information you get here from the speakers, from the presenters, is going to help you go a long way toward that age reversal process, but they're not going to be able to do it for you. Nobody's going to be able to do it for you. Your neighbors aren't going to be able to do it for you. It's up to us as individuals to take responsibility for our lives, and the best way to do that is to set examples and work on setting examples for other people, because they will fall in line. They'll follow you. And our mission is not just, like I say, ego-driven survival. It's to save every life on this planet, at least every life that wants to be saved. So you're going to get information here, a lot of great information. But after the conference, make sure you continue your study, because so much depends on your knowledge base and empowering yourself with the knowledge on how to beat the Grim Reaper. And that's what this is all about. We're really at a point in time where this is possible. So I want to thank you very much and enjoy your conference. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome, David. Thank you. Somehow David can get away with saying things that other people can't. It's very good.
I don't test me.
I want to acknowledge our outstanding sponsors for this event. Our founding sponsors are Life Extension Foundation, whose long-range goal is the radical extension of the healthy human lifespan, and People Unlimited, an educational, lifestyle, and social organization for people interested in living unlimited lifespans. Yes. Our platinum sponsors, International Anti-Aging Systems, Growing Older Has Never Felt Better. LifeLength, one of the leaders in telomere technologies. Ray and Terry's Longevity Products, where science and nutrition meet. And our gold sponsors, Clarivia, the Immaculate Water, and Dr. David A. Steenblock, Personalized Regenerative Medicine. You can, yes. We really appreciate you jumping in with us this first time, and we are looking forward to building a beautiful future together. You can learn more about our sponsors at the exhibition area, as well as many other excellent exhibitors that are part of our radical life extension culture. So be sure and check them out. I want to cover a few points of etiquette with you. And the biggest one is respect. Okay, we are presenting a lot of different information from a lot of different perspectives, and we don't necessarily expect everyone to agree with everything, but we do have common ground and a common cause, which is exactly what David spoke about today. And so by definition, we are free thinkers. At the same time, it's vital that we appreciate our common purpose together and always look for opportunities to empower our movement together, and above all, to be respectful to all the presenters. So please keep that in mind. I want to say one word about Dave. And because Dave really has authority in the stuff he's talking about. When Dave had the spinal cord injury, he at first made it his advocacy to support spinal cord repair, obviously. But then he took a broader view, and he looked at how many more people were suffering from the symptoms of aging, in addition to people with spinal damage. And he took on the larger cause of radical life extension. And that's really the kind of advocacy we need. This revolution is not going to be advanced just by scientists, and it's not just going to be advanced by investors. It's going to be advanced by people really like David, who take on the challenge and become part of moving it forward. So I acknowledge you, David.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. David and I kidded about it before, but that's really real. And I just want to say while I'm at it, there's people here who have been doing this work for many, many, many years. And they're the real pioneers of radical life extension. And many of them are going to be presenting. You're going to meet more of them here tonight. And we should really appreciate the work they did, because it's setting up our revolution for success now. Yeah.
Okay, I would like to take this a few more minutes of your time to read to you a proclamation against aging and death. Whereas on the 4th day of August, in the year 2016, a proclamation was issued by the Board of Directors of Coalition for Radical Life Extension, containing, among other things, the following, to wit: that all persons held as slaves to aging within any country, state, or designated part of a state, the people whereof shall then be in rebellion against the disease known as aging, shall be thenceforward and forever free, and the executive governments of all countries will recognize and maintain the freedom of such persons, and will do no act or acts to repress such persons or any of them in any efforts they may make for their actual freedom. Now therefore, I, David A. Kekich, founding board member of Coalition for Radical Life Extension, by virtue of the power in me vested as in time of actual rebellion against the forces of aging and death, and in accordance with my purpose to do so publicly, proclaimed that all persons held as slaves to aging, disease, and death within the planet Earth are, and henceforward shall be free, and that the executive governments of the United Nations will recognize and maintain the freedom of said persons. And I hereby enjoin upon the people so declared to be free to abstain from all violence in pursuing our newly found freedom, and I recommend to them that in all cases, when allowed, they labor faithfully for radical life extension. And I further declare and make known that such persons of suitable condition will be received into the service of humanity to man, every available resource for which he or she may muster. And upon this act, sincerely believed to be an act of justice, warranted by the well-being of the human race, upon every necessity I invoke the considerate judgment of mankind and the gracious favor of rational and empathetic minds, in witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the Coalition for Radical Life Extension to be affixed. Done at the city of San Diego, California, this 4th day of August, 2016, and of the independence of each of the world's inhabitants.
So it's official.
It's official.
It's official.
We're on the map. We all signed.
That's right. Super.